Hi everybody, it's Kathy here, and I'm coming to you with a Scrapbook Fantasies design creative team layout that I've done using Boho Beauty. These papers are from Alicia Bradshaw, who is an Australian creator, designer and producer of these papers, and I'll leave all the details for Scrapbook Fantasies down below. And I'm using this Boho Beauty on this blue side, the teal side. I'm using the gold as well. I'm going to fussy cut flowers out of the other papers, and I will leave all of the details of the papers listed down below. So you can buy these at their shop and they will deliver worldwide. I'm also going to use the Boho Beauty vellum, and I'm cutting the leaves from that. I'm going to use this purple side to create some of my diamonds that I'm having on this layout. And as I said, I'm cutting the flowers from that, and you'll see how this all comes together. Now, I also created this layout to be a part of the Scrapbook Fantasies Cyber Crop for January, where we had to use lots of diamonds. So I've gone through chipboard pieces that are from Scrapbook Fantasies as well, in their Chippies of the Month Club. Very well worth the money, I can tell you. And I am just going to paint them. I'm using Tim Holt's Distress Stain White, but because of the colours on my mat already, and this is added bonus really, it picked up some of the tints of the oxides in the sprays that I use on this mat. And so I've got some that are blue, some that are pink tinged, some that are coppery tinged, and that's beautiful for this layout because that's the perfect colours that I need to build this layout. So as you see, I moved over to this side and I picked up some of the pinks, and that ties in beautifully with the overall layout. Now these chipboards are really good quality. They're very well cut out and they are amazing additions for your layouts. So you need to check those out as well. And I'll have those details down in the box below. So I've got the two starfish. I've got the title that says, which will say Sisters Forever or Forever Sisters, and then I've got Little Sis and Big Sis, because the photo is of two of my daughters, my eldest daughter and my youngest daughter. And what I'm doing now is I'm just adding in some Dina Wakley gilt stain here to add the splatters. I really do like this range of sprays that Dina has, because they are opaque, which means that they're thicker and they leave a lasting, more definite colour to what you are adding them to. Alright, so I'm now just trimming down this to a 3/4 inch border, not a 1/4 inch, a 3/4 inch with the gold for the outside, and I'm having the teal for the inside, and that's forming my base. I'm using 1 inch, I'm using Express-It tape, which you can also get at Scrapbook Fantasies, but it is the best tape and it holds forever. So that's really good quality if you're looking for an adhesive that is going to last the test of time. I'm cutting out 1 inch by 1 inch squares, which I'm then going to turn on the sides to make into diamonds. And I cut that out from the gold side because I want this gold side. And I have more of the gold because I want to pick up the gold of the beach, the sands, the tones of the sandstone in the rocks. So I'm just making sure that I have enough of these because they will be the main part of this design. I'm going to take out a strip of this red and white, which is the reverse side of those flowers. And because I'd already cut into that sheet before, I'm just going to use the same sheet without cutting up another sheet. So could be in Baby's Got Scraps because I'm using up scraps. I'm using this blue, the reverse side with the feathers on the other side, but I'm using the blue because I want that contrast. And then I cut out some wood grain and some of the purple. What I'm doing now is I'm roughing up the edges, and I do that for all of the squares because I want it to have a little bit of definition and a little bit of detail, because I don't want them just sitting flat against the background. Now I'll show you how I'm roughing them up, but then I'll go off screen in a moment and I will complete that whole process. Now that I've done that, I'm lining up and my first line of these diamonds, and as I said, it was for a challenge on Scrapbook Fantasies as well, where I had to use lots of diamonds, so this worked perfectly for this design. And once you have your first line in, putting the rest in is just a matter of placing them along and building up your structure as to how you would like it. Now, I wanted the gold as the main feature here because it is the beach, and I did want to leave a gap around it so that I do have that blue showing, so I removed that top one, and that's as high as I want to go with this design. Now I'm putting in the purples so that I'm building up that ombre effect across the diamond patterns. Pardon me. And I am mixing them up so that they have multiple different shades across the page, not just one in one whole shade. You could, if you wanted a monochromatic design, have it one shade. You could have it just the one colour as your diamonds, but I'm choosing to go with this ombre effect. Now I'm moving over to the right hand side and I'm going with the deeper maroony colours. Now all of these papers are from the Boho collection. Sorry about that little interruption there with my computer. Just keeping an eye on some work schedules as well. So I'm just pulling this together, and then I'm putting in the red, so you can see how the deeper purples and the maroons in that layout are coming together with these reds over to the right hand side. So when you're placing your diamonds into this pattern, it's always good if you are doing a colour blending that they marry across smoothly and that the colours marry in nicely. Now you see I'm testing where the photo is going because I'm going to remove some of the diamonds and leave them blank so that I can stretch them across the page without having to go and cut more. I could go and cut more, but I know that the photo is going to cover up that area there. I'm just finishing up with the golds at the tops and the bottoms, and I'm putting the blue to the both sides. I'm going to remove that red one there, and I'm going to put it down here into the space because I know the photo will cover up that space. I'm putting the blue across here, and I realise that I'm actually quite a few short, so I do go off screen and cut some more. And now that I've done that, I'm adding in some of those gold flecks which I used on the chipboard, and I'm also going to add in some white splatters as well to reflect the wave foam. Now this photo, as I said, is of my eldest daughter and my youngest daughter when we were at the beach recently. I took this photo while they were out watching the waves. I love the colours in it, and this Boho Beauty Paper Range just marries beautifully with that photo. So I create this title Forever Sisters out of the chipboard, and then I'm using the vellum leaves that I cut from that vellum sheet to build height in these clusters, and I'm tucking in the flowers from that boho sheet that I have fussy cut to build that cluster in the 3 points on the layout to create the visual triangle. Now I like to play with my clusters until I'm happy with the overall effect, that the balance is correct, and I've gone off screen and I have glued those all into place. Now that I'm happy with that, I'm adding in my Nuvo drops, and I'm going with a white pearl and I'm putting them into 3 points around the clusters so that I have that visual triangle well and truly established across the page. Once that's done, I'm just going to hand write that it was our first beach summer day for the 24-25 season. It's pretty good that we actually got a day in, because ever since then we've had warm days in the morning and then rain, so we haven't actually been able to head back to the beach. Plus I haven't been well since that time. I'm hoping that it will shake soon so that I can, before I go back to work, get at least another one, if not a few more beach days in. I do love the beach, and the girls have always been beach babes as well, particularly the youngest one. She loves the water. So I'm using a white gel pen, and sometimes they work really easily and sometimes I have a struggle with them, and I think it's to do with the temperature. And when I'm working on this one, it is quite a muggy day, and so it's a bit bit stiff in coming out of the pen with the gel ink there. So that's my layout. This is, as I said, a Scrapbook Fantasies creative team layout. It's very simple, it's effective. I hope I've talked you through the process. Please check out Scrapbook Fantasies and their design range called Boho Beauty. It is beautiful. It is a great paper range to use. You can see the detail and the colour. It's just rich and beautiful when it's in natural sunlight. You can see how lovely this has come together, and I'm glad that you stayed and watched it through. Hopefully I've done something to earn a thumbs up from you. Don't forget to go and check out the Facebook group. Thanks for watching. Happy scrapping till next time, and here's my next video for you.